Good morning, everybody. I just wanted to come on here real quick to make a video and speak up on something I was thinking about, and it's the idea of the field slave and the house slave. So back in history, when you had plantations all the way from the Caribbean, West Indies to plantations in the colonies and on into the formation of states in this country, you had this notion of a house slave and a field slave. The house slave was normally a mulatto, a person from the 1850 census. A horse and a donkey makes a mule. It's all derogatory for biracial people. But some of those kids and offsprings produced by raping of enslaved African women and all that stuff sometimes resulted in being put into positions where you maybe had it perceived to be better than the field slave. You have it in the house, but what we know throughout history is that there were house slaves, biracial women, raped. They were married. There were the Casual Killing Act of the 1600s that protected white women from killing their property, meaning enslaved black women. They get mad if they knew that they were the mistresses having sex with these white slave owners and stuff, so they would literally be so mean to them, to beat them to a point where in a lot of cases these enslaved women died. And to protect the white women from any responsibility on what they did with that, this Casual Killing Act, nothing would happen to them. You can do anything to your property, no different than slamming a computer on the ground and saying, I'm frustrated with this, I'm gonna slam it on the ground, it's my computer, I can do whatever. You had the W.B. Du Bois, Talented Tenth, bourgeoisie, all this stuff. And it applies even to today's society, where you see they're talking in professional sports about players not wanting to go to certain cities like Memphis and Chicago and things. But the bigger issue is if you don't want to go to a place because you're afraid that it's dangerous or something like that. Remember where a lot of us grew up, came from, poverty stricken, ghettos, hoods, violence, guns, all this stuff. And you learned how to navigate, you know how to move, you know that as soon as you step out of your door, anything can happen. But what we know in our society, anything can happen anywhere. In the most whitest towns, kindergarten classes, schools in Rhode Island, Vermont, Delaware getting shot up by kids, movie theaters in Colorado, Illinois, where I'm from and stuff. Things I know, 'cause I can tell you multiple stories of things happening. The point of the story is once you step outside your door, something can happen. So to point fingers at certain cities and stuff without addressing the real issue and talking about the real stuff, that's kind of hypocritical and touches on a whole nother issue. There's a systemic historical reason why a lot of cities look the way they do and stuff like that, but people aren't touching on the real issue. So I just give y'all something to think about. Have a good